Grossberg, I think. I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat. Ahem!
Open Jehoshaphat! Oh, you.
What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days.
I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess.
Something's really bothering him, that much is clear. Came to see the trial?
Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. I couldn't get a wink of sleep.
Really? What was that?
You see, it's just me and sister, the poor girl. My boy, I owe my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl.
I asked before, but why did you refuse her request for defence? I think I have a right to know.
A right, Mr. Wright? No, I'm sorry, it's just... I need more time to think about it, my boy.
He does seem troubled about something. I'm starting to have a feeling I know what it is. So I played Blue... Try that again. So, I paid Blue Corps a visit.
Oh, I see.
Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit something has been bothering me.
Oh, what's that? Get out with it, my boy.
You see, it's just... that big painting. Mr. Grossberg, sir, there was a giant painting right there the other day, was there not? The one you said you had no intention of parting with? Well, I saw it today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corps, Red White's office.
So, you noticed? I suppose I should have guessed you would. It's large painting.
Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow.
Connected, you say?
Yes, I know what it is.
Your lovers? What?
No, he's blackmailing you. Mr. White has something on you, doesn't he? Blackmail. I think that painting is fairly gaudy proof.
Very well. This may be the chance I've been waiting for. Maybe it's time to get this off my chest so I can finally rest easy again. After all, you were Mia's understudy. Perhaps it was fate.
What's he talking about?
Wright is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corps is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now.
15 years?
All because of the DL6 incident, as you may have guessed.
Name on the back of the photographs. Excuse me.
As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did.
So that's the connection.
It is hard for me to do this, my boy. Arresting Red White is nigh on impossible.
Impossible? Why?
He has information on everyone. It's him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, politicians.
What?
Bound, unable to do harm to themselves and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years.
So what is the DL6 incident?
DL6 is nothing more than the starting code the police gave the case. 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium.
The medium?
Her name was Misty Faye.
Faye.
Indeed, she was Mia's mother. She'd been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police. And she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud.
This is what Maya was talking about the other day.
I did all I could for her. In the end, clear her wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case, the DL6 incident.
But why are you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg?
The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him.
You told Wright?
He offered me riches. It is an embarrassment to me now. Because I talked, the police were locked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it and came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail.
I see.
White controls the law of his country as he sees fit. Yet, if you would still challenge him, have a close look in Mia's office.
Mia's office?
She follows his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found.
I see. It's funny looking at this room. It seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. All the cases the chief ever worked on are filed here. In alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Which file should I look at? T to Z. T, U, I know, W, White. The entire W section is missing. Was it taken? G4S, nothing much. Skim it. Oh, I'm flipping through a bit, I guess. Biggest parts here, the ending S. Suicide. Ew. She has a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. There's writing on most of these in pencil. White. This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in those suicides. White drove them all to... I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Newspaper clipping added to the court record. Excellent. So, what now? Grossberg. I found this in Mia's files.
So she was investigating Red White, as I expected. Well, if you wanted to challenge him, you could present this in court.
Not a bad idea.
Well, aren't you persistent?
Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you.
Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself. But it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear?
Transparent. This is the only clue that Mia left me. I better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life.
And this concerns me how?
I found this article in Mia's office.
Miss Mia?
She had a file filled with articles like these. Every one of them was labelled with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know what you did to that politician. You were blackmailing him.
Blackmail?
Not just him either. You're threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You're involved with all the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I?
What a bizarre accusation, Mr. Wrong. What is it you should be doing now? Investigating me? No, I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia.
Secretary's office. Hello.
Mr. Wrong will be leaving now.
Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away. Wait a second, Mr. White. You are absolutely right. I should be looking for the killer now. And actually, I've done better. I found him. He's sitting right in front of me.
Just what are you insinuating?
Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered, and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So the culprit would be... Even a child can work this one out, Mr. White. You did it. Secretary's office.
We won't be needing the escort for Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office.
Of course, sir. One moment, please.
White, that you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor? I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quietitude! I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. That man is standing in front of me. He looks dazed but could be violent.
What? What man?
Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer man!
What?
Mr. White, this isn't one of those. Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you're in a position to freely offer your opinions to me. Correct? I'm telling you to send the police now. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You're a mere lawyer, as was Miss Mia.
How dare you?
I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept, they'll even make you look competent.
I feel faint.
Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Ah, Butts! Harry Butts!
Fucking hell, Gumshoe. Right, actually, Phoenix Wright. My friend's name is Larry.
Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was the murderer, right?
For fuck's sake.
Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey. What? Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong.
I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me. And the prosecution will be on it, of course, Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea. Right! Mr. Wright! Oh, Maya. Great, they let you out of detention. Just now, yes. All thanks to you. Now I'm afraid we've switched places. Huh? You mean you? I explained what had happened to Maya. I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, now you. This has gone on too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do? Well... cheer me on in court. You could cheer for me in court? Cheer for you? You mean like a cheerleader? Yeah, like that. Alright, leave it to me. Huh? I better go get a uniform and some pom-poms. Wait. What? I'm kidding. It was a joke. No way. Really, I was kidding, but thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. There really isn't anything you can do for me anyway. But I can't just sit there and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind. Just a piece? Okay. Then come to the trial tomorrow. Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two. Times may change, yet with crime's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finish in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I'd end up in the defendant's chair myself for this case. With the true culprit appearing as star witness. This is it. Tomorrow it's me or him. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Huh, Phoenix, look. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told whatever Mr. White says today will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try and attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What, does White have the judge in his pocket too? So you say I'm going to be guilty, end of story? I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. White. Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty always lie to avoid being found out. There is no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. All that I can help to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed. Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not... I'll be defending myself. What? Okay, let's do this.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this?
Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself.
Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we'll be hearing the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness.
That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Mayor Fay?
I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanour.
Great, he gets to show off and I get nowhere.
I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage?
Your name.
Yes, that's what I said. Oh dear. Did my locutions confuse?
Name. These two are great together.
My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, president of Blue Corps.
Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fee?
That would be negatory. No, I did not.
You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder?
Correct.
And you witnessed the murder from there?
Why tell you what...
Excuse me. So sorry.
Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White, you may begin your testimony.
If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing?
I hope you've made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer.
And let him have it, Phoenix.
Let's see, it was about 9, I believe. I was quietly that is, reading to you some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from the outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, the man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She too was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible imputation, and then it was over. If things occurred as you testify, I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine.
Yes, Your Honor. And how do you know what time it was?
Because I'm always abso-positively perfect, you know.
No, you're not getting away with that.
You are so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So where's the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service for 9. It happened soon after the room service arrived.
That is what Miss May said too. True, the bellboy who bought the coffee saw Miss May. But he testified that he did not see you at this time.
This is your concern? Silly lawyer, Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course he would not see me. You need X-ray vision to pull that sort of thing off. Tell us, what were you doing at the time?
Reading papers by the window. By the window? You mean the one directly across from Fay & Co. Law Office?
Correct! That is the only window you see.
And there you were reading papers?
Correct! The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I am a busy man who had business to do.
bedlam.
It must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue.
So you were reading your papers until you heard the sound.
But of course, I am no snoop peeping out of windows at night.
No Snoop? Yeah, right, you made a career out of snooping.
It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair.
Spiky-haired? Oh, that was near with you. What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated the assailant looked like a girl.
I have always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer.
And just what is your eyesight?
Counting both eyes, 40.
40. You don't add them together.
I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good.
Whose side's the judge on anyway?
And what did you do then? I called Miss May over at once. She too was surprised, of course.
What was Miss May doing at that time?
She just finished watching a soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly.
Did you know she'd been tapping the Fay office phone?
Irrelevant, that has nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Fay woman.
You'd make a good politician, Mr. White.
I know. After all, I am El Presidente. Please continue.
Run away with your chase. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened.
Of course, comprende, I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I'm always abso-posy-lutely perfect. Perhaps you could change this testimony to reflect the new detail?
The victim ran to the left and you gave chase. Wrong-o. You wait right there. Mr. White, you've just dug your own grave.
What is this?
You said the victim ran to the left. That directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated the victim ran to the right.
Oh, it is simple. You have misheard her.
I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have run into a dead end. Don't you find that odd?
Very strange. I did see her run to the left, I did.
Vickers, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about that one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So did he witness the killing? Wait.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honour. Miss May said...
Miss May says right and Mr. White says left. You explain the contradiction to the court?
Yes. Both are correct. Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once.
I doubt it. Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction.
There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts.
Huh?
Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel.
Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean he was not viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, then tell me, where could he have been?
In the law offices of Fay & Co, of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. This is where he was. Look. When the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point of view, it would appear that she ran to the left.
Please, this is no time for jokes in ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Order! I will have order! Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt! Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion! The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer.
What now? He's laughing.
The hilarity of the moment made me remember...
Oh, fucking hell. Excuse me.
The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor...
You know, coughing, yawning. Jesus. Ugh.
Might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear the revised testimony.
Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy.
Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left. Then you hit her savagely, that's what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow.
No. The autopsy report, even after the update, shows only one blow.
That was what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony?
You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honour. The victim dodged an attack. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's okay. I was right. Okay, good. Okay. Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-posi-lutely perfect?
I'll refrain from using the phrase from now on.
Your Honour, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony.
The witness is obviously confused, Your Honour. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite.
The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honour. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away.
Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony.
The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White.
Mr. White? Okay. Well, see, I looked at the other window and I heard the thing fall down. Then the next moment I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged, and then she turned and ran for the door. And then you did her with a single blow. Whap! Thwap indeed. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Mr. Your Honour, my stomach, you see, it is hurting.
Deal with it. This is almost over. You heard that thing fall? What exactly is that thing?
Well, the glass light stand.
Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Did something about that strike you as odd? Yes. I'll press further. Mr. White.
What?
You're saying you saw the glass light stand?
Yes.
Then change your testimony to reflect that.
Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. The light stand was lying on the floor when I looked.
Now. Yeah. He'd never see that light stand from the window. Mr. White, it was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand.
What?
Look at this.
These are the floor plans for the scene of the murder, yes?
Correct, Your Honour. Now look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that?
Ridiculosity?
Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognised the broken shard as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell, and the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fay Law office. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
Mr. White?
Mr. White. You did it, didn't you?
Mr. Your Honor? Miss Mia.
Looks like we're about to get our verdict.
That's far enough, Phoenix Wright.
What? I forgot about Edgeworth.
Mr. White, I think the time has come. Should you confess your crime now?
What?
I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap.
The wiretap!
Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain.
I really don't like the way this is headed.
As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corps. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law office of Miss Fay. What does that have to do, Your Honor? The question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office and by who?
No, you wouldn't.
Mr. White, in order to place a wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct! You are most correct, Miles!
Give me a break!
Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I had breached the Fay & Co. law office. This is when I saw the accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White has been to the office well before the murder took place. When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture that it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Leave it to me.
I feel faint.
It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand.
So you saw the stand before the night of the incident, and this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over, by the sound? Voice act, Wolfie. This is a voice acting practice series. Voice act.
Correct, that is right. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine.
What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. Do you have proof?
Miss April May knew the details of Fay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder.
Oh, right. Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May?
Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found at the Fame Code Law office. These were obviously Mr. White's.
And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on the prints.
Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fame Code Law office.
To place the Wyatt. And why did you tap me as far?
This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corps is a detective agency of sorts.
Oh, excuse me.
Blue Corps is a detective agency of sorts. We have responsibility to protect client confidentiality.
That was when I saw the glass light stand. And why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand?
The light stand was made entirely out of glass. Quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a putacious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all.
Damn it, there's nothing for me to press him on. Maybe he's rattled enough I can bluff something out of him. Right, there was something about the light stand being odd. Broken beyond all recognition. Don't tell me I've run out of ammo.
I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. White.